Coming to the Tainted Tavern, come sit a while for free. We talk about our musings and devices we've been using.
Hello and welcome to the Tainted Tavern, and today I've got a pipe tobacco review for you, and that is Old Gowrie from Rattray. Rattray, of course, is an historic tobacco blended house. These days, of course, it doesn't exist, and the recipe and the name, the rights to the name Old Gowrie have been passed on to Cultures and Cop, which is a German tobacco manufacturer. But the original Old Gowrie goes way back into the mist of time. The name Old Gowrie comes from the area of Persia, where Charles Rattray originally set up his tobacco blending business, and Gowrie was an area, an historical area, which did eventually become Persia. So it comes in a kind of half-cut flake, so it's easy enough to rub it out a little bit to put into the pipe. And I'm smoking this today out of respect for the tradition of the tobacco, which goes back so years. I'm going to smoke it in a very old Peterson system pipe. That's a P-lip, a spigot. This is a lovely smoker. I don't know how well the camera's picking that up because of the light out here in the Bothy, but it's a decent pipe. I've also composed a new song which will be worked into this videos in the section while I'm actually puffing on this tobacco, because I've been using the song Smoking My Pipe by Rupert Davis, who was actually TV's Maybury back in the 60s. It's a fantastic song, but I thought just to jiggle things up a little bit, I'd write my own acoustic folk song, which is called Puffin' Me Pipe, so that'll be worked into this video. Anyway, let's get a bowl, flame to this bowl of Rattrays and see what we're going to experience. Now, I'm looking forward to smoking this because I've never smoked it before. It's predominantly a Virginia blend. It's got some Kentucky tobaccos in here, and it's got some Perique, apparently a very small amount of Perique, so in a sense it qualifies as a vapor. But there's Kentucky in here as well as I say, the Virginia and Perique. So let's get it going. Without further ado, drum roll please. Getting burnt nuts. Oh shit! Sorry, I had the heater improperly placed. I shouldn't have had it down by there, and my nuts are on fire. Let's go back to the tobacco. With me, pipe, puffing away throughout life. Now there are no flavorings added to this. Ignoring trouble and strife, puffing away on me, pipe. Small. As expected, it's Virginia forward, nutty, not burnt nuts. Thankfully, I moved the heater. Oh, grace, take me there, blow away all cares, grassy, puffing away on me, pipe, loving my life. The Perique in this must be in small quantities, because although there is that peppery notes, which is an identification of Perique, it's very subdued. The majority of taste I'm getting from this is like an hazelnutty type taste, some grass. It's quite a departure from the Samuel Gowith's Double X I reviewed in the last video. Nicotine strength, this is probably medium. So grassy hay, rustic type aroma. I think the room note is quite pleasing as well. I don't think it's over pungent, so it shouldn't cause too much problems if you are to be smoking in close space with other people. It's quite a pleasing room note. If there's some noise in the background, it's because we're in, as I say, the Bothy, and the tumble dryer's on. I've also got my heater on, which has now been rearranged so it's not giving me burnt nuts.
Smoke rings, take me there.
Yeah, grassy hay. Some porridge as well. You get that creamy kind of porridge taste. Which is fitting for a tobacco that came from Scotland.
Blow away all care.
Old Gowrie.
Puffing away on the pipe, loving my life with a pipe.
It's nice, it's mellow, it's mild, it's... I'm drinking a scotch with this, a single malt, although a cheap single malt from Aldi's, Glenmarnock, the Highland expression, which I've reviewed on this channel, and you can have a look for that video. I was quite impressed with this whiskey. Very smooth, this tobacco. Of course, it's a complete departure from the last tobacco I reviewed, which was Samuel Gowis Double X, which was a very, very strong tobacco, both in terms of taste and nicotine. This, I feel, is equal in terms of taste. There's a lot of taste in it. It's quite complex. It's not one-dimensional at all. It is a very complex blend. It's, as I say, it's a creamy kind of porridgey. There's grass. There's a rusticness to this tobacco. It's very nice, and it's smoking really well in my Peterson, which is one of my favourite pipes, purchased many years back as part of an estate pipe deal. It was in pretty good condition too, considering the age on it. It's got a sterling silver banjo. It's marked K&P Peterson, Republic of Ireland. It's a lovely, lovely pipe. And I do like, I know some people don't like it, but I do like the peeling system. And this is just an exquisite block of briar. Really smokes well, but then the older pipes generally do. This could easily be an all-day smoke. Ooh, a proper tobacco taste. I think the perique in this, though, as I say, is it's just there to make itself felt slightly. It's there, that peppery periqueness, but it's very, very subdued. The Virginia and the Kentucky tobaccos are much more forward in your face. Very easy smoking, very cool burning. Do you know, all the years I've been pipe smoking, I think this is the first Rattrays I've tried. I've got two other tobaccos which came today. I only got small amounts of each, 10 grams. And it was Rattray's Old Gowrie. I also bought another Rattray's, which was Black Virginia, so I'm looking forward to reviewing that next. And I also then bought a Wilson's of Sharrow tobacco, and I couldn't remember when I spoke about it in the last video what tobacco it was, but it was actually Enigma. So, you know, there's two tobacco reviews coming up for you this week on the Tainted Tavern. You are in a way sampling history, because although these days Rattrays as such no longer exists, the name has been kept alive by the German company who now produces tobacco, and the recipes have been kept alive. So obviously it's in their interest when they purchase a name and a brand like Rattray's and the recipes to try and produce the tobaccos as close to damn it as what we would have gotten back in the day. You know, they're not going to suddenly... It's the same with the situation with Dunhill's now being produced by Peterson. You know, they try those beloved blends are recreated to the best of abilities with the availability of certain leaf today in this period in the year and now. So this is, I mean, I can't say 100%, but if I could jump back 100 years, certainly, you know, if I had one of those, what's that thing, a DeLorean, like in Back to the Future, and went back 100 years and bought a pouch of Rattrays, it would probably taste very similar, if not identical to this. That's theory anyway, but I can't say. I mean, I never smoked Rattrays back in the day. I may be getting a bit long in the tooth, but I'm not 100 years old. Very creamy. Like a good, thick, well-cooked porridge. Grassy hay. That's one of the things I love about pipe smoking, you know. Yes, smoking is a vice. But when I'm smoking a pipe, I feel that I'm partaking in a tradition that has been going on for thousands of years. Yes, thousands of years. Smoking tobacco from a pipe is the oldest form of smoking known to man. That's halfway through the bowl now. Flavors are still very, very rich. That creaminess, that smoothness, that grassy Virginia. Grassiness is a signature of Virginia tobaccos. It's good tobacco. Something I could smoke regularly. And I probably will be ordering a full tin of this. Because I've heard this tobacco is very good with a little age on it. I mean, I've got 10 grams, which is nice for a sample because what's that, 10 grams, 3-4 bowls maybe. So I will smoke that, but I am definitely ordering a full tin of this and sticking it in my cellar for a good 6-7 months before I try it.